Hi, this video is going to be spooky recommendations for this month, and we're going to start with the Mina and the Undead series, which is Mina and the Undead, Mina and the Slayer, Mina and the Cult. It's written by M. Core. It is set in 1995 New Orleans, and it just reminds me of the Buffy series, the Crow film, other horror films from that time, and it is just my childhood in a book. And if you want to read something that reminds you of your childhood, this would be where to go, and especially with it looking like a VHS tape. And then on the back there is like a price sticker. That's quite cool. Next, we're going to go with Perfectly Preventable Deaths by Deirdre Sullivan. I read this years ago and I can't remember what it's about, so I'll read you the blurb. 16-year-old twins Maddie and Caitlin have moved to Belfran? Not sure. An isolated, peculiar town in the mountains, a place where for generations teenage girls have gone missing. Caitlin has always been the confident one, and Maddie is used to being in her shadow. But in Belfran, their paths divide as Caitlin falls in love and Maddie begins to discover powers she never knew she had. Maddie will have to find something hidden deep within her if she is going to prevent her sister losing more than her heart to this strange town. But there's no compass for the human heart, and what feels right might be more dangerous than either sister realises. There's no such thing as safe in Belfran. I'm gonna have to reread that soon. Next, we're going to go with House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland and The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. She just writes really good spooky books that are dark and twisted. And House of Hollow is about three sisters that go missing and turn back up a few weeks later. 10 years pass, and then the secret starts to come out about what happened to the sisters all them years ago. Because the sisters did not come back, something else did. The Invocations is three girls that meet up. Each girl has a different reason on why they end up together. One is haunted, as people that she helps are killed off. One has a demon tethered to her, and one sister was murdered and wants to bring her back. It is good and fun and dark. Next, I'm going to do two books by Melissa Albert, who wrote the Hazelwood series. So we've got Our Crooked Hearts and The Bad Ones. I'll read you the blurb for both of these because I can't remember what they were about. Ivy's summer kicks off with a series of disturbing events, and as unnatural offerings appear on her doorstep. She's haunted by fragmented memories from her childhood, suggesting there's more to her mother Dana than meets the eye. Dana's tale starts the year she turns 16, when she embarks on a major fling with the supernatural. Too late, she realises that the powers she's playing with are also playing with her. Years after it began, Ivy and Dana's shared story will come down to a reckoning between a mother, a daughter, and dark forces that they never should have messed with. So that's Our Crooked Hearts. The Bad Ones next. In a single winter's night, 4 people vanish without a trace across a small town. Nora's best friend Becca is one of the lost. Determined to find her, Nora discovers a string of coded messages Becca has left. These clues point to another missing girl 30 years prior and the sinister urban legend. a goddess figure who played an eerie role in Nora and Becca's own childhood games. As Nora unravels the mystery, it's soon clear that there are dark forces at work in her town, and they'll stop at nothing to keep their secrets buried. Next, we're going to go with The Deathless Girls by Kieran Millwood Hargreaves. This is a book about Dracula's brides, and it takes unexpected twists and turns that you actually feel for the characters. Then we're going to go really off piece. We are doing Dread Nation and Deathless Divide by Justine Ireland. This is more zombie based story. Trained at Miss Preston's School of Combat. Oh, I really am going to struggle reading this blurb because it's not nice. No, I am really going to struggle reading this. So I'm going to hold it up so that you can see, pause, and you can read the blurb yourself and see whether it's something you'd be interested in. I did enjoy the story because I do like zombies, and I like to see where people take their idea of zombies. And it does make you question quite a lot of how we would treat people. Next, we have Where the Dead Brides Gather by Nuzu Onoha? No, not going to be able to say that name. This is Beta, a young girl tormented by nightmares, wakes up one night to find herself standing sentinel before her cousin's door. Her cousin is to get married the next morning, but only if she can escape the murderous attack of a ghost bride who used to be engaged to her groom. A supernatural possession helps Beta battle and vanquish the vengeful ghost bride, and following a botched exorcism, she is transported to I'm going to butcher that word as well, so let's see if you can read that. The realm of the dead brides. There she receives secret powers to fight malevolent ghost brides before being sent back to the human realm, where she must learn to harness her new abilities as she strives to protect those whom she loves. I have read this and enjoyed it, and the dog keeps kicking the stand because she's not happy that she's in here while I'm filming. Then we're going to go on to The Near Witch by V. Schwab, which I don't think is as popular as some of her other works, but I really do think it should be, because the whole story just reminds me of a folktale I was told when I was a kid about a witch on the moors who takes children. And it reminds me of my dad telling me silly ghost stories or horror, and me and him just spending time laughing at stupid horror things. Then we're going on to the Discovery of Witches series by Deborah Harkness. So this is A Discovery of Witches, Shadow of Night, The Book of Life. Now, I've not read these in a very long time, and I don't have the rest of the series, but I am planning on getting it. So I'll read you the blurb or a highlight. A world of witches, demons and vampires, a manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future. Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love at the heart of it all. yeah, I can't remember a lot about this. But I do know it's a work colleague's favourite series. So I will have to reread it at some point so I know what I'm on about when we're talking. Then we're going to go on to probably one of my favourite horror authors, and that is Christina Henry. We have Good Girls Don't Die, The House That Horror Built, The Ghost Tree, and Near the Bone. I have got what's it called? Horseman on my TBR for this month, which I am going to be reading at some point this month. Then we're going to go with the classics. Well, my favourite classics for this time of year. And that is Frankenstein and then Dracula. Do love a good vampire book. Then going with my Halloween book that I got from Broken Binding last year, and that is The Black Hunger by Nicholas Pullen. I'll read you the blurb for this. John Sackville will soon be dead. Shadows wither in the corners of his cell as he mourns the death of his secret lover, and the gnawing hunger inside him grows impossible to ignore. He must write his last testament before it is too late. The story he tells will take us to the darkest part of the human soul. It is a tale of otherworldly creatures, ancient cults, and a terrifying journey from the stone circles of Scotland to the icy peaks of Tibet. Say hello to Charlie, who's decided to join. This book did just creep me out, that I struggled to sleep for a few days afterwards, because I'm like, oh, why would you do that to people? The next one is not really spooky, but the whole atmosphere of it creeps me out, and that is Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. So I've thrown in Wayward as well by Chuck Wendig. These are chunky books, and it's basically if you woke up and your sister just disappeared but is in a trance and walking, but it's AI that's controlling all of this. And yeah, it has put me off AI for a long while. I struggle with that at the minute anyway. Don't fully understand it. Then I'm going to do two books I have not read. Well, one I've not read and one I read many years ago but still scares me to this day, and I'm going to reread it next month. So the first one is Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. This has been I've been told it's like Scooby-Doo, and I think that'll be just what I need next month when I read it, because this month just seems a bit intense. Then I'm going to be doing War of the Worlds, which I haven't read since I was a kid, by H.G. Wells, and that traumatised me. It's my dad's favourite thing though, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Still scared, still apprehensive about reading it, but I'll do it and then probably never pick it up again because I'll be traumatised all over again. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.